Hello everyone, how you going? Happy Tuesday. I wanted to jump in. I promised over on my personal page yesterday. It got me thinking. I realized that a lot of us don't really share our true story on social media. And it's something that I really encourage my clients to do, and I haven't done it for a while. And I probably haven't done it in a very complete way in the past. So I thought that I would jump on and share my story with you and kind of give you that insight into why I do what I do, because I love what I do, but it was quite a journey to get here. So if you are just tuning in for the first time, my name's Libby Lee from libbylee.com.au. Give me some of your favorite emojis, give me a hashtag replay if you're catching me on the replay. But I wanted to kind of share with you some of the vulnerable side of my story, or, you know, some of the insight as to how I got here. Because I remember it was my son, it was about 8 years ago, actually. And I was sitting next to my son's cot and I had my arm through the rail and I was patting him to sleep. Anyone who's been a parent knows how much time actually, first child, sit next to the cot trying to get them to sleep. It was in the day. And I had this real turmoil because I was so happy that I was a mum. Like everything that I had done up until that point was so that I could be a mum. You know, I set myself up perfectly so that we would have a happy, secure family life so that I could be a mum. I always loved kids. And, you know, I was patting him off to sleep and I just had this little bit of turmoil inside. You know, I was so elated that I got to be a mom to this beautiful baby, but I wasn't happy because I knew that the day was looming, that I think it was about 8 months old. So that day was coming where I was going to have to go back to work because I'd done all of the right things. Like I'd, you know, traveled, I'd explored. Hello, whoever's tuning in. I traveled and explored, and, you know, I married my soulmate and we bought the house, we had the mortgage, and I got myself a safe, secure job that paid well. I took myself through uni, got 2 uni degrees so that I would make sure that we were secure. And that was the whole point of it. You know, I got a reputable job and, you know, I could do on call so I could expand my income and all of that. So I felt like I was willing to do whatever it took to create that security. And as I was sitting there next to the cot, I realized, yes, I want to provide for my family, and I'm glad that I've got us to this point. But there was also this little pang of doubt and unhappiness because I wasn't happy in the job that I'd created, in that life that I'd created. As good as it was, you know, for that stability, I just wasn't happy in that job. So, but on the inside, right, I've got this beautiful baby and I want to make sure that everything is okay. And, you know, I'm like, it's as though you become a mother and your dreams don't matter anymore. I was like, well, what do I dream of anyway? You know? I just thought it didn't make sense leaving my child to go to daycare so that I could go to a job that I didn't like. I was like, this is ludicrous because, you know, I've had this baby so that I can spend time with this baby and create all of those beautiful memories with him. And here I am sending you to daycare so that I can go to a job that I don't like. It's just, I thought there has to be more to life than this. Do we just, you know, get to adulthood, get married, get the mortgage, have kids, work and die? Like there has to be more to life than this. So I had this real turmoil. And what I realized as I sat there was that I had really been playing it safe. And I'd really, you know, it was my choice that I'd set myself up this way. But a little piece of me remembered the 15-year-old me. Just that little glimpse of that 15-year-old me. And I had a fire in my belly and I had a spunk and a spark, and I would take opportunities, and, you know, nobody could tell me no. Nobody could tell me, no, you can't do that. Because I was just like, if there was something that I desired, I just went for it. So when I was 15, I was wanting to save up for a car. I wanted to be the first of my friends to have a car. We actually lived a little bit out of town. There wasn't public transport and everything, so I was always relying on my parents to drive me everywhere. And I knew that as soon as I could drive, that having a car would be my freedom and my independence. You know, that was a big desire for me. And I was, you know, working casual at the local bakery, and I would do baskets of ironing for my mum to earn some money. And I was also teaching some little kids dance classes, and I wanted to save up for this car though. And I remember I was walking around, we lived on acreage, so we had paddocks with horses. I was walking around one of the paddocks and I started to pick up and bag up horse poo, horse manure. And that was actually my first business venture. Our neighbors did it. They had a sign on the corner of the street. It was an honesty system, because the local families wanted the manure for their gardens, for their, you know, rose gardens and veggie gardens and whatever. So, you know, I'm walking around, I'm like, here's this free resource that I can bag up and I can sell. So being my first business venture, I learned a lot of lessons in that process. It was actually quite hilarious. And there's some foundational things that I learned that I apply to business today. But I had that spunk and that spark, and I would take these opportunities and I would find the win-win situation, that win-win scenario, and I would give it 110%. So as I was sitting there next to the cot and thinking, okay, I need to go back. I'm going to have to go back to this job that I don't like. But, you know, where's that spark gone? Where's my dream gone? Because underneath all of it, despite wanting that security for my family, I still craved that freedom. And to me, that freedom didn't come through employment. But it wasn't a fast journey. Like, I then had 7 years of trial and error and just taking tons of opportunities. Whatever opportunity came my way, I would, you know, find the win-win situation, give it 110%. And, you know, I was determined to find that, create that freedom for my family so that we could create those memories and just have that life that we really wanted. So many ventures later, some failed attempts, and even some attempts at business and opportunities that didn't fail, but they still, like, I was so well paid in my hospital job that it just wasn't worth me pursuing this business. And I was just like, why am I giving up on everything? Why am I giving it a go and then, you know, giving up? Giving it a go, giving up. Like, what's going on here? And that's when I realized that every desire, hi Sarah, every desire that I had gone for, it was all about creating money, because I thought that money was the freedom. And it was once I realized that it's not about the money, it's actually about that inner purpose, that soul purpose, that desire that we need to fulfill. That's where our freedom lies. And I remember the day when, after many attempts, everything from currency trading, real estate investing, network marketing, soul business, patenting, you know, a product and trying to take that to market. And my husband one day was just like, this has to be it. Like, this has to be it. Because if this isn't it, you've just got to go back to the hospital. Like, I don't think he wanted to squash my dreams. I think he was sick of seeing me in so much angst and so much turmoil. I was like, okay, yes, this will be it. This will be it. And it really made me start to question, what do I really want? What am I searching for? Because it was such a journey of searching. Hello, lovely. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Melissa. So in 2017, my husband, for my birthday, bought me a ticket to Unleash the Power Within with Tony Robbins. And that really sparked, I was already on a bit of a personal development journey, but that really accelerated my personal development journey and that inner exploration that you go through. And then that then morphed into accessing, you know, more of the spiritual side and just really tapping into what is our soul purpose and our soul desire. What are we here for? And that is when some of the real answers started coming through. And, you know, I learned that everybody does have a purpose for what we're here for, and a lot of us are just walking around asleep. And I had that awakening where I started to connect with my soul purpose, and I saw some readers and healers, and they tapped in at that energetic level, and they showed me that I am here to be a connector and a bridge for the light workers on the planet at the moment. You know, this planet is going through quite an awakening, and we are going through this up-leveling, and we need to raise the vibration of our planet. And there are so many gifted people here who are here to help us, but they have a lot of trouble connecting the gifts that they can offer with people who need their gifts. And these, you know, light workers, soul workers, they showed me that my gift is to actually help them with their messaging, with their marketing, with their business strategy, so that they can achieve what they are needing to achieve in this life. So if I hadn't gone on that exploratory path, if I hadn't had all of those many attempts, some fails, some successes, but, you know, all of those when I was pursuing the money and the financial side of things, if I hadn't had all of that, I wouldn't have the skill set and the knowledge and the expertise that I can now share, where people can connect, establish their businesses, step out of that hobby mode. So many do work in that hobby mode, and they don't realize that they can create consistent income. They don't realize how many people need what they can provide right now, because you are so needed. So that is how in 2019 my business has now morphed into helping these energy healers, these, you know, mediums, psychics, soul workers, light workers, with their business, so that they can thrive and they can succeed. And in turn, they are helping their clients thrive and their clients succeed. So it has been a beautiful journey. It's been a roller coaster ride, as anybody who's been in business would know. But it was just realizing that, yes, we have a purpose. Yes, my dreams matter. There is a reason why I was yearning to get that independence and that freedom back, and why I was drawn to just remember that spunky little sparkly side of me from when I was 15 years old, when nothing stood in my way. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Oh, thank you. You're lovely. So I hope you got a little bit of insight into that and a little bit of me. I would love to set this as a challenge for you guys. Jump on and share your story. What is your origin story? What has led you to get to where you are today? Because I would love to hear it. Yes! Mission accepted. Awesome. I would love to hear your story, and tag me in it so that I can jump on and I can, you know, share this with you, or share your journey with you, and comment and send you some love. And I really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate your love and support, and I'm sending all of that unconditional love and support out to you guys. So have a beautiful Tuesday, and I will speak to you really soon. Bye.